children of the one Yahweh. Ye are the chosen of the one Yahweh. And he has given his laws to us. Everything belongs to him.
Profane the Sabbath.
It said the priests in this temple profane the Sabbath, read.
And are blameless.
Why do we say that? Because in the temple, what was going on? The priests are burning, cooking, doing all that, but it say they are blameless, right? Why? Because they're doing the service to the Most High. So they was bugging out, like Yahushua when he was picking, and they were like, you ain't supposed to be picking nothing that's the Sabbath. But you're like, we out doing the work. That's why we can go and do that. We're not just doing it, nigga, because I feel like I want to go out here and pick something. I'm doing it because it pertains to the work of the Lord. So whatever you do that's extra, quote unquote, extra sabbatical, you should only really be doing it if it pertains to the work of the Lord, right? Like, for example, you just starting your car is technically what? You starting the flames. You see what I'm saying? But why I'm going to the camp. I'm about to start my car to go to the camp. So that's, you see what I'm saying? That falls under that same category. You see what I'm saying? Or let's say you damn run out of gas. Okay, I got to go put some gas in the car so I get to the camp. Yeah, the grace comes in there. Why? Because it's all pertinent to the work of the Lord. Versus somebody just saying, okay, I'm gonna take the family out to eat today. You know what I'm saying? Nah, that pertains to the work of the Lord. You know what I mean? Y'all can eat at the house. You know what I'm saying? So basically, anything you do on the Sabbath that's outside of what we're supposed to be doing, it should only, if it pertains to the work of the Lord, then it's covered. If not, then it's extra. You see what I'm saying? Then it's extra.
So no sex.
No sex. No. Well, that's a new thing. That's a new thing going out. No sex, right? You got the
Isaiah 58:13. Thou turn away thy foot from the Sabbath, from doing thy pleasure on my holy day.
Doing thy pleasure on the holy day, right? So we're not supposed to be pleasuring ourselves on the Sabbath. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And call the Sabbath a delight, the holy of the Lord, honorable, and shall honor him, not doing thine own ways, nor finding thine own pleasures, nor speaking thine own words.
See, that's the thing. The Sabbath is not about us. You see what I'm saying? We got to stop everything that we got going on for the Shabbat. That's the purpose of the Shabbat. You see what I'm saying? You want to go out and do something, you know what I'm saying? You may want to go hoop. You may want to hit the exercise, but you're not doing it because the Most High said, do not do your own pleasure. Do not speak your own words on it. You see what I'm saying? I want to do a million things on the Shabbat sometimes. You see what I'm saying? But you got to just slow it down. Hey, sit your ass down sometimes. Well, that's the time you don't want to sit down, right? And sometimes you got to sit yourself down. Why? Because it's not about doing your own pleasure. It's about doing his. He said, rest today, right? Question out? Question out?
Oh, no, he just threw me out. I had a question, but he just threw me out. No, I did receive it. I apologize. I did remember my question. So, the Sabbath is preparing us for when this kingdom falls, correct?
It is to a degree, but we always have it. Because the whole purpose of it, like Yahushua said, he said the Sabbath we made for man. So it's made for us to make sure that we getting rest and we're not working ourselves. You see what I'm saying? That's the number one thing. We need that day of rest and recharge. You see what I'm saying? We had another point.
So I mean, as far as like watching a movie or something like that that's not pertaining to you.
Yeah, no. If you just sitting down in the crib, you cut a movie on, that's fine. Going out to the movies is different. You see what I'm saying? But if you in the house, you know, I put this on Netflix, that's cool. You see what I'm saying? That's really like the type of stuff I can be doing on the Shabbat. Just gonna take it easy. Might turn something on, watch something, watch the video, you know, whatever, read. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of stuff that you should be doing on the Sabbath. Taking it easy, not doing nothing extra. So good. Go ahead.
Exodus 16:29. See, for that Yahweh hath given you the Sabbath. Therefore he giveth you on the 6th day the bread of 2 days. Abide ye every man in his place.
Stay in the house, read.
Let no man go out of his place on the 7th day.
That's right. So we're supposed to be really just sitting up in the crib, chilling, taking it easy, unless you're doing something that is pertaining to the work of the Lord. You want to leave your house? Hey,
Excuse me. Y'all reading from the Old Testament?
We read from the whole Bible, brother.
That just come from the Old Testament. You just quote.
It's one Bible.
Yeah, but you can read from the Old or you read from the New.
Brother, who invented the concept of Old and New Testament? Is that biblical?
Everything biblical.
No. But is the concept of the Old and New Testament that you're telling me right now, is that biblical?
But when Jesus came, he came to fulfill the law.
No. Acts 3:18 first. Here's what you have to understand.
Brother.
Hold on, brother, hold on.
The word of God says, in the last days, many false prophets going to rise and deceive many, even the very elect.
No. The very elect cannot be deceived. That's what it's saying.
No, I said the enemy is very elect.
Exactly. Why are you running?
I'm not running, my brother.
Let's read the Bible.
Man, I already know what's going on.
Y'all. Come back. Acts 3:18. Let's read what Jesus came to fulfill. Read.
Acts 3:18. But those things which God before had showed by the mouth of all his prophets,
Read.
that Christ should suffer,
That Christ should what?
should suffer,
Read.
he hath so fulfilled.
That's what he fulfilled. The prophecies in the Old Testament about his suffering, not the whole law. He only
I know he's
fulfilled
talking
that
about.
about
I
his
know he's
suffering.
talking about his suffering. Everything. Like Isaiah talk about everything about what he said,
That's right.
and about who he is, and all of that.
So what you
Oh,
just
let me
said
ask
is
y'all.
that
No,
true,
let me add one question.
Hold on, but brother, I asked you a question. I still ain't got my answer for. Where did the concept of Old and New Testament that you're trying to give us right now? Where does that come from?
But let me say.
No, can you answer that question, brother? Do you have the answer? Hold on. You can ask me as soon as you answer that, because we got to deal decently in the order. You ask a question, we answer. Now I'm asking you a question. Can I get the answer?
Okay, okay. We talking about the Old Testament. Jesus came, everything was cooked.
Where does that concept come from? Is that in the Bible?
It's in the Old Testament way.
Where is it in the Bible? I need a verse,
It's
brother.
not. What I'm saying, when Jesus came, they talk about Jesus in the Old Testament.
Let me explain something to you. 300 years after this Bible was done getting written, a man called a certain set of scriptures Old Testament and a certain set of scriptures New Testament. That's not biblical, brother. So the concept of you saying, well, that's old and that's done away with, somebody who had no part in the writing of the Bible classified those things under those two subjects hundreds of years later.
Let me
I don't
ask you one
subscribe
question.
to that. This is
I'm
one
going to
book,
be
brother.
finished.
It's one
Do
book.
you have the Holy Ghost? Do you speak in tongues?
Of course.
Okay. Mama, bro. Yahweh bless you all. Yahweh bless you all.
Okay, hold on, we were just back here speaking Spanish, weren't we, y'all? Come on, man. Right? And we did all this, so yeah, we speak in tongues, right? we speak in tongues. But see, our people are so crazy. They think that the epileptic episodes they catch in them churches, they think that that's really from the Holy Spirit. Like that's really what's going on. Our people, man, are crazy, but they'll take that over. If I could stand here and make up some gibberish off the top of my head, he'll believe me. But if I read the Bible, he don't believe that, man. That's how crazy Jake is to where they'll believe the theatrics, but they won't believe they won't believe black and white. Black and white word.
Come down to it, man. They just gotta realize that when it all come down to it, they always say if anything is too good to be true, it probably is. hey, it would be sweet if I could do what I want and just inherit this glorious kingdom.
Exactly.
It sounds good.
No, that sounds
but then when you really think about it, man, it just ain't that way.
What type of God is that?
It just
Why
ain't
are
that
we
way.
even going through anything? Just make it the kingdom.
Yeah.
He could have just made it the kingdom then. We could just do anything. You know what I'm saying? But it's madness, man. And these people are creating these ideologies in their head, man. And they building off, they get deceived in one place. Like they go to one church, they get lied to, they get deceived. But then they even embellish off of what they get told there, and they create a whole ideology, man.
None of them are reading the Bible.
No, listen, at all.
No.
Or they'll read one verse and go, I'm going to just base everything off of this one verse. It can contradict everything else in the whole Bible, their understanding of that verse, but that one verse, they'll get a whole ideology. And that's what a lot of our people is out here doing. You know what I'm saying? You have precept, bro?
Yeah, I get it.
What was he at? Sabbath. Boom. But yeah, so everything we do should be pertinent to the work of the Lord if it's anything outside of the realm of resting, kicking in the free. You know what I'm saying? So it should be pertinent to that. What was he at? Boom. You got another question?
I got a whole bunch of them. I sit here all night. I sit here all night, man. I be trying to get all the stuff out my head. You know what I'm saying? You ask me, just double down on if I'm on point or not. Another thing is sometimes when I'm reading about Yahushua speaking of his return, sometimes he say the same way I live him coming back. Other times he say when the Son of Man in that day shall be revealed. So I know the other times he came, he was reborn.
Okay.
So is he 100? When them chairs come, is he gonna be on them?
Yeah.
Or is he gonna be revealed?
Let's get it.
Already here.
One on one is
Revelation 1:1 is the revelation of Yahushua, which God gave unto him to show unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass. And he sent and signified it by his angel unto his servant John. Verse 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds.
His revelation, he gonna come with the cloud. All right, and every eye shall see him. Read.
And every eye shall see him,
Go ahead.
and they also which pierced him.
Everybody gonna see that. So his revealing is they gonna see him, coming. You see what I'm saying?
So when he said, when you follow me in this regeneration, what does he mean?
In the regeneration, that's dealing with when you come basically, also the precept, give me the Revelation precept. They follow the land whithersoever he's going, right? That's just talking about basically every time you coming on the scene,
You're going to be,
you coming in.
if you that righteous seed.
Right?
Revelation 14:4. These are they which were not defiled with women, for they are virgins.
With the women, the precept for that is Proverbs 7, right? The strange
I know
woman.
it's not talking about the woman.
Yeah, no, it's not talking about women. It's talking about philosophy.
These are they which follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth.
Whithersoever he goes. So in every regeneration, they follow in the Lamb. Eventually they're going to wake up and follow the Lamb. See what I'm saying? So that's what they're doing. They that follow me in the regeneration.
John chapter 17, start verse 8.
17.
Yeah.
Another thing too is these things seem like the second death or the first death. You know, when you read about the punishment of not being in the right things, it seems kind of permanent. It seems more permanent than just coming. You know what I'm saying? It just seems kind of more permanent. So like people, let's say people who get, let's say the 1/3, let's say the 2/3 of Israel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Basically, they just gonna burn. And then you read back. You know, some people look at it like that. Or you got the other nations. Or the other nations. I mean, it just seems like it don't seem as it's permanent.
We got to deal with the first death. Because the first death was not permanent, right? Water was not permanent, right? Everyone came back. See what I'm saying?
So everybody before the flood came back through those 8 people.
Exactly. Everyone came back. Boom. Through all of 8 people. So in the same way, the second death ain't going to be permanent either. People are going to come back. The only death that's going to be permanent is Esau's death at the end of 1,000 years. That's going to be a permanent death. You know what I'm saying? Right, go ahead.
Glad that's the spirit. So, because I had that question earlier in the week and I'm glad you brought it up. So, the people, we had the flood, 8 people survived the flood. So everybody that was dead, that died in the flood came back?
Yeah, came
so
back.
So that's how we got back into nothingness.
Having nations. Nations came, because technically, right, Noah, Ham, Shem, and Japheth, they one nation, right? They all come from Adam, they all come from Seth, right? They all the Seth, like, chosen lineage, right? Then what? Everyone got to come back through them, because we got nations now. When did them separations come? So them separations came through them 3 sons and the sons that they had and they sons. You see what I'm saying? So basically, but yeah, everybody came back through them 8 people.
Okay, cool. Because I'm glad you asked that, because that was a question.
Yeah, that's because some people wonder, well, are these all new nations? It's all not. These ain't new nations. It's all old nations.
And they came, when you say they came back, they came through birth.
They came through birth. Yeah, they came all through.
Yeah, because I was like, where the hell everybody come from?
And then the cool thing is, when you look at the rate of birth, if you go back about the time when they say the flood happened, the rate of people matches up damn near perfect to going back to it being 8 people. Now I want to say that the math say like 5, like it go back to like 5 people. Like if you trace it all the way back, the rate of birth is gonna go back to 5 people, right? Which really technically it was 6, because you know Noah and his wife wasn't making no new kids. So really it was just the 3 sons and their wives. So it worked out perfect. Even the science attests. See what I'm saying? This is the right amount of people that should be here. You know what I'm saying? From about, going back about 5,000 years. You know what I'm saying? That's when they say it was about 5,000 years ago. The oldest tree is 5,000 years old. You see what I'm saying? So all the stuff, all the science match up with exactly what the flood said. You see what I'm saying? You got something?
And the tree represents life because it gives breath, right? It helps us breathe.
Exactly.
So.
And these devils been to set a fire on the Amazon. Yep. And you know the Amazon is responsible for 20% of the oxygen that we breathe in the earth. See what I'm saying? Deacon called me one day, he broke down, there's a desert of salt in Ethiopia, right? So the wind carries all this salt from Ethiopia over to the Amazon. I mean, it's a magnificent thing. And the white man got the
over the ocean.
Give me Revelation.
And they said,
no. Destroy the earth. Right, go ahead, Salaki.
They say that those people just won a court case against them.
Exactly, because Esau against. Give me the law, Deuteronomy, about the trees. Esau's so wicked evil. He want to cut trees down everywhere he go, right? And them tribes in the Amazon, they so primitive. They don't want to assimilate. They don't want to speak Portuguese. They don't want to wear the white man clothes. They don't want to do none of that, right? And damn it, and basically, they but they won that lawsuit. They didn't think they was gonna win it. You see what I'm saying? But they dealing with Brazilian court. You know, and the Brazilian court operate different. If you go in Brazil right now, you have a baby with a Brazilian girl, you could have blew up a building over here. Brazil will not let Esau come get you. You see what I'm saying? No, you can't come. If he got a baby by a Brazilian, he's good. You can't come get him. So the Brazilian court operate different than Esau is used to dealing with. Even though you have Edomites up in there too, you have our people in there as well. Brazil is like a real. It's a real mixed place. You see what I'm saying? If you go to Brazil, you're gonna see white people. You're gonna see indigenous. You see what I'm saying? You're gonna see Negro. Look, you're gonna see everywhere though. Like just total integration the way Brazil is. You see what I'm saying? So they can't fully control it the way like how they control America. You see what I'm saying? But read that.
Deuteronomy 20:19. When thou shalt besiege a city a long time, in making war against it, to take it, thou shalt not destroy the trees thereof.
Don't destroy the tree. That's right here. Do not destroy the tree. But it's going to explain why. Read.
Thereof by forcing an axe against them. For thou mayest
don't cut the damn tree down. Read.
For thou mayest eat of them.
First off, idiot, you can eat off of what's in the tree. You see what I'm saying? Why you cut it down? It got fruit. You can eat it. Read.
And thou shalt not cut them down, for the tree of the field is man's life.
If the tree of the field is what?
Man's life.
Man's life is the tree. That's how you breathe. That's the tree of the field. See, the Bible right here, the law that they tell nobody to read, it tells you something as simple as the tree of the field is man's life. You probably shouldn't just start logging. You probably shouldn't just cut trees down because it's Christmas. You understand what I'm saying? You shouldn't do it. Right? Go ahead.
To employ them in the siege.
Now get Revelation.
Revelation 11:18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come. In the time of the dead, that they should be judged.
Read on.
And that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name.
So when the same reward is coming for the elect, read.
Small and great. And should destroy them which destroy the earth.
You're going to destroy them that destroy the earth, man. Who has destroyed this earth, man?
Esau only.
Esau
Not only, bro.
He's the main one, right? And everyone else who's destroying the earth, like the damn Moabite, he's only destroying the earth based on the technology and the program that Esau showed us.
And the sea.
You see what I'm saying? Oh, God.
You see that?
Yeah, when it's all black.
All that, and all that. You see how many miles of plastic that's in there they're trying to dig out now? Man, look it up, man. It's crazy, man. It's like states. I mean, like, you see the big whale that washed up? With all that plastic in his stomach? Like, the oil from the oils that they, man, it's crazy what they do to the sea.
The Most High is going to destroy this. Destroy this man for all of that.
Yeah, I just to add on, me and my lady watching some Alaskan gold diggers or something.
Yeah.
And they'll destroy everything from the stop sign, from that light to that light, and only have this much gold. You know what I'm saying? Everything just buried.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's
his devil though, man. And that's what he did. Man. When he came, like the Inca civilization in Peru, the tribe of Asher, they had so much gold. Gold was not like, it wasn't nothing to them. You see what I'm saying? Right. And Esau came and saw all the gold they had, man, and they just raped those people of all that gold. Yeah. But they like, man, like, oh, here's some gold. You want some gold? This ain't nothing. Whatever. They'd gave you some gold. Instead, no, I want to kill you for this gold. Y'all niggas got so much gold. We gonna get so much money for this over here. Or y'all got this sugar. Y'all got coffee. Now what is it? Y'all got cocaine. You see what I'm saying? Before there was cocaine, it was sugar and coffee was the drug of Europe.
Salt.
You see what I'm saying? And that's what Brazil and Asher and Levi, they worked us so damn hard in Haiti. Now, mind you, y'all know what Haiti looked like on a map. It's only 1/3 of that island. They had us producing so much goddamn sugar, we outproduced the whole Brazil. Not just the whole Brazil, the whole earth was not making more coffee and sugar than we were. That's how much, why do you think we killed the French like that? And think about how hard they had to work us for us to outproduce the whole earth. Just this little part of the island. This whole big world, we making more sugar than all of them. Y'all how crazy that is? We had to kill them guys, man. But also, they gave us the weapon because to cut sugar, we need a machete. You gave me the weapon to kill you. Right? Read that.
Jeremiah 51:25.
But also, matter of fact, before you get that, give me Deuteronomy 33. Because the reason why also, though, is a part of the blessing that we're going to read.
Deuteronomy chapter 33, verse 11. Bless Yahweh his substance.
Bless his substance, read.
And accept the work of his hands.
See that? The work of his hands. So we was out there working for Esau, we were making them a lot of money. Because our substance and the work of our hands is flesh, right?
Smite.
Go ahead.
Smite through the loins of them that rise against
when
thee.
we wanted to have a revolution, the Lord was on our side then, because they smite through the loins of them that rise against thee. Read.
And of them that hate him, that they rise not again.
French ain't been in power like that since then. They America's little home now. America, what y'all want us to do? We going to war against who? See what I'm saying? They used to be the world power. Napoleon? Come on now.
Napoleon.
They've been down ever since, right? By the Spirit of the Most High. So now go back to Jeremiah.
Jeremiah 51:25. Behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain.
What?
Destroying mountain.
Destroying. That's who this man is. He is the destroying mountain. He ain't did nothing but go around and destroy, kill people, kill land. You see what I'm saying? What did they say when the white man got here? When Gad was presiding over this land, you can drink out of all the fresh water. No problem. You don't need to filter water. Now you be a damn fool, right? Now you got. They just put 2 million gallons of sewage into the Flint water. That's already messed up, right? On top of that, Newark is bad as Flint. But on top of that, what's been worse than Flint that nobody talk about is the Navajo reservation. Almost all the Gadite reservations got water just as bad or worse than Flint and have had it for years and nobody say nothing about it.
Have you been on reservations before?
You said what?
Have you been on any reservations?
Yeah, I've been on reservations.
I'll tell you something, I used to go to one about 3 hours from here. I'll tell you something, man. You go to a casino out there. And it's nice. I'm talking about beautiful.
Yeah, the casino.
System is beautiful. But then you know me, like all niggas do, I try to, when it comes time to eat, I go into the, I leave out the...
You go into town.
Facts. Right. When you go into town, man,
you see what Gad is going.
Listen to me. Unbelievable. Like,
hey, look, worse than the projects, right?
But you 5 times worse.
Listen, and they'll have you thinking
5 times.
They'll have you thinking that Gad is getting money off of casino. No, he's not.
And some of them do.
When the casino,
listen, a couple $100 every 6 months.
A couple of them, you'll have some sellout Gadites. They might get at the top, right? But 9 times out of 10, Esau done infiltrated the tribe, and he's getting the check. It's a white boy that Captain Tazama. His ex-girl went to school with this white boy, straight white, was getting $20,000 a month. He's in high school getting 20 right. Imagine what his daddy getting. He's getting 20. He's getting so much money that he's throwing parties at the school. He's having food trucks and all kind of entertainment come to the school once a month because he got all this money and he don't even know what to do with it. You see what I'm saying? Straight devil, but perpetrating himself to be a Gadite. Meanwhile, the Gadites are desperate. You see what I'm saying? It's straight hill. Where I'm from in Washington, it's a reservation, the Puyallup reservation. 70% of the people that live on that reservation, 100% white, no relation to the Gadites. How you let these people come and swindle your reservation? You know what I'm saying? But see what happens is when they build a casino on a reservation, the casino company, be it Harrah's or whoever, they're gonna come in, and really what happens is the tribe goes into debt just from them building the casino, right? And they say, okay, we're gonna give you X amount of money over the course of 20 years. You see what I'm saying? And then if they destitute, someone's gonna take it. You see what I'm saying? But some ain't even got that. More than half of the tribes do not even have casino. You see what I'm saying? That's why, look, you might go to a reservation 3 hours away, and it's got a casino, but there might be a reservation closer than that. It's no casino, right? Like, y'all seen the movie Twilight? Y'all know Twilight? Y'all ain't don't remember the movie Twilight, the series that came with the vampires and werewolves?
Okay.
Now the werewolves, that's up in Washington. The werewolves, they filmed that's a real tribe, right? They're not really werewolves and stuff, but that's a real tribe. I grew up with people that's from that tribe. There ain't no casino on that land. I'm talking about they damn near just live in teepees and tent sticks. You see what I'm saying? That tribe is broke. They don't get no money. You see what I'm saying? I grew up with people from there, so I know. You see what I'm saying? So they say the majority of tribes ain't even federally recognized or get money. You see what I'm saying? I want to say there's about over 900 tribes, and they say like about 400 is recognized, and even less than that is even getting any money from being on the casino. You see what I'm saying? So that's Satan for you though. Matter of fact, give me that covenant breaking. You know what I'm talking about?
Break his covenant.
Come. Because he entered into covenant. All the tribes except Reuben, all the Gadites except Reuben, right? Because they not Gad, right? They ain't entered into no covenant with Esau. That's what separates people. Go, wow, they both natives. How are they 2 different tribes? Reuben don't get down like Gad. Reuben is technically, legally at war with the United States government right now. They're at war. You know what I'm saying? Still to this day, Reuben is at war. Because they never entered into treaty with America, right? So read that.
Psalm 55:20. He has put forth his hands against such as be at peace with
See
you.
that? That's what he did. He put forth his hand. Okay, cool. We've been going to war. We can chill out. Let's sign this treaty or whatever, right? But then they break the damn treaty. Read.
He hath broken his covenant. The words of his mouth were smoother than
It
butter.
sound good. Here come this treaty. We're going to have peace. It's a peace treaty. We're going to have peace, right? Read.
But war was in his heart.
That's all that's in his heart. Now he's going to stop waging war on a barbaric level, and now he's waging a secret war. See what I'm saying? Like, he's going to let you have a reservation right here, but he's going to build Mount Rushmore right here. So every day when you wake up and you go outside, here you see the faces of these men carved in the rocks that your people had of all these men that conquered the land. That's the ultimate spit in the face of something called Mount Rushmore. The ultimate. And when you see them Gadites from the Sioux tribe that's up there, they are absolutely destroyed, man. It's a sister, she did a documentary. And you had these people were just drunk. They are so desperate for alcohol, they drinking out of shampoo bottles. Because it's alcohol in the ingredients for the shampoo. So the little bit of alcohol that's in the shampoo, that's how bad they want to get. They'll take that, right? And they was crawling all over the ground, just totally destitute. Who did that? But why wouldn't they drink themselves to death? Every time they go outside, they got to look at 4 faces of men that stole and built an empire off of what was theirs in their hands. What else is a man supposed to do but drink his damn self to death? You see what I'm saying? The fetal alcohol syndrome that's on them damn reservations is through the damn roof.
Crazy.
Because they women is just drunk. They don't care. They 9 months pregnant. They still getting drunk. You see what I'm saying? But you have to really destroy your people for them to be like that. And that's why Gad, they numbers is so damn low, because they wasn't born, they just couldn't take being a slave in their own land. They just couldn't take it. It just was too damn much. So a lot of them willed themselves to death, but they just like, whatever, you just gonna kill me, whatever. Go ahead.
Yeah, and what was that movie I was Uncle Tom's Cabin?
Uncle Tom's Cabin, yeah.
Yeah, remember the Native Americans wouldn't talk, wouldn't eat, wouldn't have sex.
Nothing.
That was a big reason why their numbers dropped like that.
They just wasn't doing it. And we're just not dealing with it. See, when they brought us over here, it's not as, because we're not even from here. It's a new place, then we don't even know what to do. Right. Gad is like, oh, this is my land. Like, we've been here forever. You know what I'm saying? As far as they know, they've been here. You see what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you what's crazy. It's a book. Anybody got a store in the West? A store in the West? No, store in the West? It's a book called A Star in the West. And Esau said they come to these Gadites with the Bible. Bible, you know, Christ and all that. And the Gadites say, first off, that's my book. And when we followed that book, we prospered. But when we stopped following the book, y'all came. That's right in the book. Who wrote that damn Star in the West? What's his name though? He got that damn, I want to say his name is like French or something, right? But it's a Star in the West. A lot of brothers should get that just on dealing with the tribe of Gad. All the Northern Kingdom tribe. It's got information on all the, it's right along there with Lost Tribes and Promised Land, as far as information on the Northern Kingdom.
It's like I always wonder, what was they over here doing before Esau got here that made it how the father send that kind of punishment?
You know they got to you know you got to be being wicked.
What was they doing?
That's the only
more
thing.
than wicked.
See, because
they had to go to the next level.
No, next level. But what was Zebulon and Issachar doing? They were sacrificing each other. They were, see what I'm saying? They was enslaving each other. They was conquering each other. That's the main thing. When we start, if you look, before we get that, get that, but then I want you to get Jeremiah 34. Because the Most High, with Israel, he be looking for last straws. The last straws he can't take is sacrificing people and enslaving each other. He hates that. Of course, in that sexual immorality. Right. So those are the two top things. And when you look into the history before Esau came, that's exactly what they were doing here, and exactly what we was doing in West Africa. See what I'm saying? Sacrificing people and enslaving each other. Most High, to him, that's like last straw. Right?
Sending my sword on you.
But that's all about. It's like it had to play out anyway.
Of course, that's the way it was always predestined to be.
It had to play out.
So we could come back, because the prophecy said we would be back together in Babylon. And we back together in Babylon, if we ain't, right? Go ahead.
Hosea 8:11. Because Ephraim has made many altars to sin.
He did what?
had built many altars to sin.
That's what they did. Somebody, you had an Israelite brother. He part of the Latino only movement. He tried to say Issachar, the Mexicans are the Levites because of all the altars they had. I said, nigga, you must not have read the Bible. It say what? Read it again.
Because Ephraim hath made many altars to sin.
Yeah, y'all made many altars to sin. You can go into Mexico and see all these altars and temples. But what were they for? They weren't for the Most High. See, Levi, we only had one, right? That was the one. They destroyed that. We ain't trying to build another, right? Go ahead.
It says, altars shall be unto him to sin.
See that? Altars shall be unto him to sin. Now what is he? He has the church to go into his sin. See, that's the altar unto him to sin, right? Go on an altar, there's Caesar Moshe, right there, right? Read.
I have written to him the great things of my law, but they were counted as a strange thing.
Then they stopped keeping the law. But you got to remember, they leave in about 700, around 700, you said what? 722 BCE is when they estimate that they left, right? Esau didn't get here till 1492, right? Oh, okay. That's 2,100 years. So that means there was a time where they was living right, exactly what they remember. It said that they were intended to come over here and keep the law. So there were a lot of that time they was living right, but eventually they start to go off. Just like when I was with Garfield in Harlem, and he say, oh, okay, well, how were they Israelites on the west coast of Africa? We don't see that, blah, blah, blah. I said, of course not. Why you think we went into slavery? If we were being good Israelites in West Africa, the boats would have never came. You see what I'm saying? We'd have been straight right there. But the boats have to come because we're not being good Israelites, because we're not keeping law, because we're not keeping our holy day. But like I said, if we look and we analyze certain aspects of these cultures, then we can see ourselves there, we can see our people there. You see what I'm saying?
Shalom, what's going on? It's your brother, Chief Priest Alazar Lawyer, aka the Guerrilla Hebrew, and I'm just letting y'all know I just dropped my official clothing line, Urban Guerrilla. Go to urbangorilla.com right now to check us out, man, and pick something up. There's URBNGRLA.com. We got all kind of items for men, women, children, even infants, as well as fragrance oil, smell goods. You can also check out Hebrew Israelite Clothing Co., another Sicarii business, on Instagram and Facebook. And as always, you can hit up deaconsicarii.com to get your plug on the scarves, the music, and the children's Bibles. Thanks for your time. All praise to the Most High. Kwam Yasharallah. Shalom.